Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome to our official knife skills segment. This was scary, to be honest with you. She's split, so we have no idea. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mother Gaia, for your life. That's a cabbage. Oh my god. And the life of this cabbage. Wow, thank you. That beauty. Gorgeous. So, this is perfect to be able to see it like that, where you see a nub. That's not correct. That's the bottom, right? So therefore, that's the top. So now you want to cut that into a grid. This is your lengthwise. This is how you want to cut melons. Halfway like this, or oranges, we only cut vertical, okay? And ideally, we cut vertical. So you can see, because that splits like this. Now that's pretty cool. I didn't have to. Almost like everything just kind of like came and went. Just gonna trim her down a little bit. Well, look how just gorgeous the colors. Wow. This is purple cabbage, there's red cabbage, there's Savoy cabbage, there's Napa cabbage, there's a whole slew of them. You blanch them in boiling water and instantly remove them and submerge them into ice water bath. And that ice water bath is going to help you stop the cooking instantly, and then everything can just mellow out, and then you can carry on. So with cabbage leaves, when there's a thick woody stem like that, that helps. You can kind of trim them out, but that also helps for when you're rolling cabbage rolls. So what we're doing here is we're just going to chop that quarter. You can even go wedge. Basically, we're just going to take that and hack that out. Which, did you see how I stood that up and cut? That's not ideal. Proper is to take this and basically have it on its flat edge and then cut on an angle and down like that to get that out. I took an extra big chunk. I'm gonna do one strip, and so then that way when we're forking and eating them, they're not too long enough. And so, yeah, more shredded, long shredded. And then you take it to side like this, and you just slice down very thin. All right, I got a loaded container. There's one cabbage. Coming in at 2,600 grams. Which actually we did, they're about 3 kilos each one, give or take. I trimmed them down, so that was 2,600 grams for the one. Therefore, I need 2%, so that's going to be 260 grams of salt. I'm going to do 2. Peel the outside. You can also microplane the outside. Microplane, a woodworking tool. We basically go against the grain. They go from the top down, from the top down, from the top down, top down, down. And citrus zest, citrus peel. This is how we make peel. We dehydrate these and then we put them in our tea, but you can also candy them and coil them into beverages as well. And take the top, take the bottom off. Usually you want to make sure that you can see all the way through, so if you kind of cut up, just go ahead and give it one more little cut so you can see it nice. So I glide from the toe to the heel, going forward and back. And it doesn't matter if it's the size of a cantaloupe or the size of an orange or a kiwi. You don't want to have jiggity lines. You want to have a nice seamless cut. So you might only use this much of your blade. You might use the length of your blade. Glide down and go around, and it's just gonna be the same spot at 2 o'clock. The orange moves. So I move and I look, and it's not a block, it curves, so you have to curve with it. So you slice in, and then you slice back. So if I don't curve too much, I can really cut right down too. So you take off that piece. I curved in nicely, I almost curved in too much. You don't want to take off too much. Now I margin and I look only right here. I'm looking at the top of the orange, okay? So I look up at the line of that pith and where the orange is, and right where I see the blade is where I want to connect, is right where the pith is. So I'm going to do another one. And you're gonna get the lines, the pith lines, that's fine. You just don't want the juice. So your goal is to take, you go from here, you slice down that line and it opens up that one like that. You do another one, and another one, and another one. And if you don't go too much, or if you don't go enough, you have to go back and do it. Because if you get any of that, that interferes with your actual orange segment that we're about to do. So orange segments, segments, peel all the zest. We throw it in the dehydrator at the least. We squeeze out all these. So you can imagine it takes us a little bit of time, but it's fun. And we also do this. So I'll use a small knife. You can use a big knife, but I have the small knife here anyway. Cut in, you'll feel it just glide like butter. And if there's a seed, it'll stop you. So just go in until it's like butter. And then basically you can lift out. I'm just gonna go back, and I just needed to, there you go. One. Go around the moon, cut another one, and you cut in on the inside. So each one of these is a little patty, like that. They just fold like sheets, like pages from the book. And these are little fleshy back patties that we like to either just eat. They're falling apart here, so I'm just gonna try and cut them. I try to just go around their little fleshy pads. Good old fashioned apple. Right, flatten it down. Cut 4 corners. Cut the inner. Boom. Turn it. Boom. Boom. Do you see them? Just the core right there. Now you might just need a little more in there. And like that. That might be a bit too much waste. If there is, you know, you can break off those 2 little parts that you eat. But really, it's a very little amount. For the amount that people put in their hand and chance cutting themselves and breaking and doing that corner cut, that little bit will tenderize when you're cooking it, if it is there. Otherwise, you can go back and clear that out if you need to. But this also gives you a flat surface that you can go ahead and you can chop down. So whatever you're gonna do, whether you're doing thin slices, you know, and you want to fan, you know. And then if you want to dice, what I do is where it's flat, I then slice a length, like a slice, and then another one if I need to. So that's, I line it up, so I stand it up. Shoulder's totally seasoned again. So it's like a patty like that. And this is the end of it. Knife skills with Chef Kristen. It took a little while, but we got there.